My name is Antigoni Kretsi. I'm 38 years old. I'm an NLP trainer, an NLP coach, and a strategic communication consultant. Recently, I got another title too. I've been a breast cancer patient. Finding out that I had cancer happened as a coincidence. I was having my everyday walk with my boyfriend, who's now my husband, and our 30 kilos male dog, when our dog saw a female dog, got a bit crazy, and suddenly pulled me a bit hard from the leash, creating a swelling up my right breast. I went to the hospital to check it out, and the doctors told me that it might be an hematoma lump or a tumor, and that I should do a mammography and other tests in order to be certain. As it turned out, it was both. There was an hematoma lump, but underneath it, a huge tumor was found too. We're talking about a 4.5 centimeter tumor, which turned out to be a very aggressive type of cancer that grew in only 2.5 months. It came to all of us as a surprise, since I had done my annual testing to the gynecologist in December and I was fine. Plus, there was no cancer history in the family, something that was confirmed from the negative genetic tests for cancer genes too. From that point, everything happened really, really fast. It was Easter in Greece, which means that everything is half working, and I only had a weekend in order to realize I had cancer, find a place to have MRIs when almost everything, public or private, was booked for over a month, and I was told I had to start the chemos within the next week, fix some insurance and money issues I had, and last but not least, decide if I ever want to have children, since the doctors told me that even though I didn't have a hormonal type of cancer, the chemos themselves might shut the door on that prospect anyway. All this new information was pretty overwhelming. There was too much to process, too much to do, and no time at all. I guess that's why I didn't feel afraid at that time. I got into a fight or flight survival mode that didn't let me with a chance to think things over or feel fear. We decided to have fertility preservation in order to reduce extra possible reasons for worries throughout the procedures or after the treatment. The fertility procedure itself happened very quickly as well, since we were given much less time than usual to complete it. So once again, fight or flight mode goes on. I had 17 chemos, 8 before the surgery, which was a quadrectomy, and 9 after the surgery, with a new medicine that was a combination of immune therapy and chemotherapy. I had 30 radiations, I had the full package. Knowing neurolinguistic programming, which is a methodology, let's say, that has to do with the neurons of the brain and how the inner game, as we call it, our thoughts, our feelings, our beliefs, our values, affect our behavior, our reactions, our actions, the outer game, as we call it. Knowing all this in quite a depth helped me a lot throughout this marathon of procedures and treatments in terms of flexibility and mindset to manage things, thoughts and feelings. That's why I found it interesting when I caught myself feeling afraid for the first time when I was waiting for the answers of my first follow-up tests. The first thought I had was, oh my God, can you imagine of having to do that all over again? But it was more than that. I found out that it wasn't that much the possibility of getting back to the treatments that brought the fear, but the fear of death that had just come along. It was the first month without huge side effects, so as soon as the fight or flight mode got off, fear started. Working a bit more with myself and my fear, I realized something that was really revealing for me. I found out that my fear had to do with the possibility of not having enough time to enjoy life and have happy moments with my beloved ones. You see, for many years, I used to do what was expected of me. I used to try to do whatever was right. I was working in a very stressful environment, working really hard, running all day long, and I hadn't stopped for a moment to listen to my body, which was telling me to take care of myself more, to listen to what I want, to have my own pace, live life my own way, and actually enjoy it. So as soon as I realized that my fear had nothing to do with death after all, but with how to live my life, everything became clear and I knew where to focus. You see, the opposite of death isn't life, it is birth. Life is what happens in between, and it has no opposite. It happens to all of us, and it's happening right now, no matter if we enjoy it or not, no matter how we decide to live it. It's an on-off show. It is what it is. There's no rewind button. So you have to enjoy the ride, no matter if the road is a highway or a dirt road with lots of turns. And of course, no one wants to die, but things in medicine have changed so much these days, and breast cancer isn't at all the monster it used to be. It's just another serious disease. So yes, of course you could die from that, but statistically speaking, there is quite a big chance that we die from a car accident too, without it stopping us from getting into cars or drive. I guess that's my personal wisdom from all that. I don't know what's going to happen. I have my port still, which I flush every 40 days. I'm having my 2-year examinations, follow-up tests in a few weeks. So I do know that the game is still on and that nothing is certain for me yet. But you know what? I'm determined to enjoy the ride anyway.